Revolution, Ras Reports, a rant with reason, supporting the struggle for international justice. All praises due unto His Emperor Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. The many are called, but few are chosen. We're talking about the chip. We just went through a quick little skit on Shitbit. Shitbit got this wristband, the smart product is causing rashes and all sorts of things, you know, probably cancer on these people. You know, looks like cancerous tumors starting to spread from these smart products that they're putting into you. So, you know, again, you know, the healthcare administrators are, you know, coming up with different ideas and solutions on how to deal with this. But again, you know, they're just driving business to themselves when they build these products. See, typically what the doctors and the medical industrialists, what they do is they get together and they decide on a product that's actually going to have one effect for a customer in one way, but a negative effect for the customer in another way, so that they continue to drive business. You know, you're just dealing with business people. When you have a culture where you raise your children and you say, here's what's going to bring you a great life if you make a lot of money, because most of the time these parents are either so greedy or so hungry that, you know, they start having kids so that they can fulfill their dreams that they never accomplished, which never will be accomplished, because remember, the earth has so many resources on it. We've already overpopulated to the point where if we all tried to live like billionaires, there would obviously be nothing left. That's why they're building these space shuttles and they're obsessed with Star Trek and all this stuff. But believe me, hear me now, that we will destroy ourselves before we ever accomplish that. So here we are with the chip. And you know, there was $1 billion given out, taxpayer money, for an initiative a year ago so that they could study the brain and study DNA and especially focus on mentally ill patients. Because remember, mentally ill patients don't have any rights. So as long as they can declare people mentally ill, there's more people that they're able to pull out of society, study them for a while. Because remember, they study people, and then what they think is that some people have this condition, some people have this condition. You know, they really believe this stuff. So they said, well, if this person has this condition, then everybody else that acts like this person or says this or does this has the same condition. Here's the miracle pill. Here's what we'll give them. And we all know that the people that have been found with these certain conditions have had to come out with some lawsuits against these pharmaceutical companies because the pills aren't doing what they're saying they're supposed to do. So remember, there's so many interests at hand, and there's really people who genuinely believe, these psychologists believe, that certain people have certain conditions, and you can go ahead and shove everybody in that category and treat everybody the same, and you're going to get all the same results. But they're not doing anything other than doping people, because I have a brother that's on that dope. And you take it and you go to sleep for like 16 hours. By the time you wake up, you're so whacked out, you really can't, you know, carry on a normal functional life. In other words, that you won't see any uprising out of these people, because, you know, you take these pills and you would think you're 400 pounds. So that it's a down-pressor thing. It's a down-pressor thing, and they're down-pressing upon the people. But they want the people, by and large, consent to be able to declare certain people mentally ill so they can use them for studying purposes. And they're using them to be able to research and develop this chip that they say is going to go into a brain, and if you're half retarded or you're a little, you know, like a potato, you can still move, you can still change your thermostat, change your smart products, change the smart product on your wrist, you know, develop cancerous tumors on your arm. You know, you can do all these things just by sitting there. And they're going to come up with the limbs that you can control. So this is what they say. They say, well, the Bible mentions mental illness. Well, yeah, no shit, it mentions mental illness. You had the Christ come to save the people that were mentally ill. And that's what he has done. He has saved the people that were mentally ill. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Remember when Bob said this. So the Christ has come in the kingly character to emancipate his people from mental slavery. And here we have these people that want to keep you in continuous slavery. So this, in effect, is the Antichrist. The chip is the Antichrist. Because what is the Antichrist other than ain't I Christ? So what they want to do is show the people that they're able to perform these miracles so that the people believe in the government, in the Bible where it says God, that God really represents the government and that they are the Christ. See? So, they want to get away all consciousness off the face of the earth. Because everything that they want to do is they want it to be objectified and to make the boss make all the decisions. Well, who's the boss? The Antichrist. Yes, the Antichrist. Are they going to help the sufferers? Are they going to help the children who perhaps their mother had an addiction and that children came out suffering? Are they going to help those people? Only if they can control them.